Man, 2020 is definitely a year that makes you pause sometimes and kind of reflect on what's going on around you. And yesterday was no different. And it was kind of all weird how it happened. I actually woke up to a text from my friend saying he's about to buy his Black Panther watch, and he accidentally ordered the wrong one. He's like, you know what, it's no big deal. That'll be there later. It's not going anywhere. And then I spent the whole day looking for comic books, and I finally found one for a good deal, and happened to be the first appearance of Black Panther. And I bought it, and you know, I was happy about it. It's probably gonna be canceled now. But then me and Ariel sat down and I said, you know, you've never seen any other Marvel movie other than Black Panther. How about we watch Guardians of the Galaxy? You know, start you getting into seeing what the rest of the Marvel's like. And so we started watching that, and then in the middle of the movie, my brother texted me that Chadwick Boseman dies. And it just kind of made me pause. We didn't finish the movie, and it made me really think about why people you've never met have such an impact on your life, and why it makes you pause or upset. And yeah, I think it's because they're bigger than just the person they were. And for Chadwick, I think he definitely made a point to make and star in roles that showed the Black community in a good light. And with all the unrest going on right now, with racial tensions, I think it's kind of hard to lose him right now. You know, he starred in, you know, Thurgood Marshall, you know, the 42, showing Jackie Robinson, James Brown, and to cap it all off with the Black Panther. And you know, representation matters in the Black community and in every community. And just to lose somebody like that, it's kind of unfortunate that I don't know if we really fully embraced how great he was while he was around. And I just want to tell you guys, I think 2020 has been the year of giving people their flowers while they can still smell them. You know, the people around you, with everything else going on right now, make sure you appreciate them. Make sure you tell them that you love them, and make sure you tell them that they matter. And above all else, make sure you make every day count. You know, the old cliche that nothing is promised, tomorrow's never promised, is true. And this dude went out in a short period of time making movies that mattered and movies that were great, and cemented his legacy, all while being sick. And it just made me realize, you know, no matter what, do what you love and make sure it counts. Because, you know, tomorrow's never promised, and the legacy you leave behind will be there when you're gone, and you gotta make sure it counts. So I just wanted to say that to you guys. Pause for a little bit before we get into the Funko Pops, and just wanted to say, you know, rest in peace to a legend. Wakanda forever. We love you, Chadwick. Alright guys, so let's get into the pops. In the spirit of Chadwick, I'm going to keep it moving, doing what we love. And today's segment of Speculation Saturdays, I'm going to focus on 5 different pops that I think will go up in value over time. I did see all the Black Panther pops going up in price, and it's crazy to see. You know, you knew it was going to happen, and you know, hope everybody got things that they wanted. You know, there's gonna be flippers, of course, in it, but hopefully people got what they wanted before this go out of hand. I was fortunate enough to have one Black Panther pop, and I had the Venomized one, so obviously those are gonna go up in value, and you know, for good reason. I think it's because the man behind the character made it so great. So I want to talk about these 5 other pops today that you know, I think are going to go up in value. Some have started to go up in value already, and definitely ones I think you should add to your collection before it's too late. So 4 actually have to do with one series, and then 1 is actually from separate series. So we're gonna go into that first pop first. This is a series we all grew up with as 90s kids. It's an iconic series, but this pop right here has started to creep up in value, and it's worth mentioning and worth getting into your collection now. And this tip actually comes from one of my followers on Instagram. I'll put his information right there so you guys can check him out. Big shout out to you for giving me this information, because otherwise I probably wouldn't have even noticed it. I did have this pop in my collection already, but I had to track down one. It was in the box because mine did not have one. So the pop is Chucky Finster from Rugrats. So the reason why I picked this pop is this pop has become vaulted. And you know, Chucky Finster is an iconic character, an iconic cartoon character for all of us that grew up in the 90s. Now, this pop right here, the reason also why I'm picking it is there's rumors of a new Rugrats series coming out. So, with them no longer making this pop, this is the only Chucky they ever made. There was no chase, like how there was for Tommy and Reptar. and there's no other pop for Chucky I think they're gonna make, unless they make like the all grown up pops or something like that, which I hope they don't. This Chucky is gonna be the only pop you can get. And if you're a Rugrats collector, cartoon, animation, or Nickelodeon collector, this pop's gonna be essential in your collection. Now, for the longest of time, Tommy, Chucky, Reptar, they're all going for about like 8 to 10 bucks, nothing too crazy. But this Chucky started to go up there, and you can't get them for less than like $25 to $30 now. So definitely one I suggest to pick up before it's too late. I can definitely see if there's a new series of Rugrats, it's going to start skyrocketing to be like a $50, $60 pop, especially with it being vaulted already. There's no more out there. The supply is going to start being less than the demand for it. So all the other Rugrats pops, the Tommy and the Reptar, I don't believe are vaulted. Reptar might be. No, I think he's still available too, correct me if I'm wrong. There's also a 2-pack for this where Chucky and Tommy are together. I think it's a BAM exclusive, Books A Million exclusive, and I see him as Second and Charles too if you have one in your area. But Chucky is one you're definitely going to get, regardless, if it doesn't go up in value or not. Chucky's still a character we all grew up with as kids, and definitely one to add to your collection. And you still might be able to find some good deals for it, maybe not after this video, but I've seen some still for like the $20 range here and there. But once this gets to like a $40, $50 pop, I think it's going to start being on people's like grail list, and definitely one I would get before it's too late. So the other pops I have also have to deal with a 90s cartoon. And if you watch all my videos, other than this just speculation videos, you'll probably already know what this one is, because I did give a hint earlier in the week. And those pops are the Powerpuff Girls. So as you can see, one is missing. I didn't track her down before this announcement came out, but I did order one, so it's just on its way here. But so far we have Buttercup and Blossom, and I also have the Him, Chase, and Mojo Jojo. So why am I suggesting the Powerpuff Girl pops? I actually been talking about them for a while, things that I was trying to track down to add to the collection, because they're starting to get up there in price. But there is now in the works a live action Powerpuff Girls show on CW. I have no idea if that's going to be a good thing or a bad thing. The what do you call it? The second version of the Powerpuff Girls that Cartoon Network had didn't get as much attention as the first one did. People weren't really feeling as much, but a live action one might change that tone up for Powerpuff Girls, and this series might get popular again. So I strongly suggest to get these Powerpuff Girl pops. Now the question then becomes, which one? I strongly suggest to get these. If you're gonna get the Powerpuff Girls, get the ones from San Diego Comic-Con. They're the exact same pops as the ones without the sticker, but these were first to market, so they're a little bit more rare. And people love sticker hunting, so you're definitely going to want to try to get the one with the sticker on there. The price difference isn't too much either for the time being, so if you can, get the stickered ones. They're definitely probably going to be the ones more sought after. And yeah, I think the Blossom one showing on the Funko app is still available, so you're definitely going to want to get her with the sticker. Bubbles and Buttercup are already vaulted, so definitely if you're going to get them, try to get it with this sticker for Blossom. If you can't, pull the trigger on the other one, because I don't see them not vaulting her pretty soon with the other two being vaulted. And then the other two pops, Him and Mojo Jojo, of all the pops I would suggest, even above the girls, would be these two. Mojo Jojo has already started to become the most expensive pop in this set. He's the main villain from Powerpuff Girls, and if he's at all in the TV show, it's gonna go up in value. And regardless, he was an iconic villain in our childhood, so you're gonna want to get this pop. I think he's going for about like 30 bucks now, but I can definitely see this being a $50, $60 pop one day too. Now the Him pop, the Him regular pop was going for like $6 for forever. It started going down. I know it was one of the cheapest pops in my collection. I think it hit like the $4 mark at one point, and that started to creep up on its own to being like a $12, $14 pop. So once it got vaulted, it tripled or quadrupled in value. But the Chase is starting to get up there in price. I think this is like a $40 pop now. And the Chase being limited and more sought after, and being a glow in the dark one, I can see this one becoming a super grail at one point as well. Just because him also was a very cool villain. He was a really different villain, you know, in childhood, and it's definitely one I suggest to get into your collection. Because if they do the show, I can't imagine one of these two villains not being in it. They were the two most famous ones. You have the Gangrene Gang, the Amoeba Boys, and Fuzzy Lumpkins. I don't see them carrying a show as a villain. It's gonna have to be one of these two. So I strongly suggest you guys get these two into your collection as well as the girls. And if it's not a hit, this is still an iconic 90s show that we all remember. And you know, the more people that are starting to get into the Funko hobby, I guarantee it's gonna be a lot of 90s kids and they're gonna want these pops. So strongly suggest you get these into your collection. And yeah, that's all I have for you guys today is these Nickelodeon Cartoon Network pops. But I strongly suggest you guys to get at least one of the Powerpuff Girls ones and definitely track down that Chucky. So let me know your thoughts about this segment. Let me know what you thought about these pops, and if you have any of them in your collection. If you've not already, hit that like button down below, hit that subscribe button, and also follow me on Instagram at ThePopSavage so you can stay connected on there as well. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Until next time, I'll see you later.